You're welcome back. I'm Ife Chukwumonyele with the news. Now, police say they're investigating the violent attack on the sole administrator of Ahoda East local government area of River State, Goodluck Iheanacho. A statement by the public relations officer of the State Police Command, SP Grace Iringikoko, said the incident occurred last Friday when a group of about 30 individuals stormed the council secretariat and beat up the administrator. The police statement says the group was led by Mr. Hector Ekaketa, the chief security officer and the chief of staff to the sole administrator. He said the assailants beat up Iheanacho, stole his mobile phone, and forcefully compelled him to sign a letter of resignation. They also carted away vital official and personal documents from his office. The administrator, who sustained injuries during the attack, is currently receiving medical attention and is said to be in stable condition. The viral video of the incident shows the Ahoda East administrator sitting on the floor and surrounded by machete-wielding youth in his office who barked at him to sign a resignation letter placed in front of him. Recall that last Friday, the Ahoda East administrator refuted reports that he resigned after his resignation letter went viral. Condemning the incident, the Commissioner of Police in River State, CP Olubenga Adeboju, visited the scene alongside heads of other security agencies. He has since ordered Ekaketa and all others involved in the incident to report to the State Police Headquarters in Port Harcourt for questioning. The CP warned that failure to comply with the invitation will result in severe consequences. Meanwhile, Hector Ekaketa has denied any involvement in the assault on the Ahoda East Council administrator. Now, he made the denial in an audio message to correspondent Eme Kotoka.
I never carried any hoodlums to go and attack Mr. Goodluck Iheanacho. It is the youth of the AGA that came to visit him to tell him why he has refused to take care of the council, sanitation and paying of security, and also underpaying of political appointees. So as a CSO, I only see people that entered to his office and also came out. So whoever that is mentioning my name is just trying to allege I was not at the scene of the crime. I never mobilized any person. So he knows the kind of word he used on the youth, and then they now started exchanging words.
The Chief Security Officer also called on the Commissioner of Police and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to investigate the administrator over alleged misappropriation of council funds.
So the CP and the EFCC should even call him to order and checkmate him. For the 2 months that we have stayed in office, what we have is only 41 million naira. April allocation was 800 million. He declared 700 million. May allocation was 600 million. Outside the excess crude of 100 and something million, he declared 500 million. Who is deceiving who? Political appointees, payment short paid, wage be high. So if they confront a leader and then they now started to ridicule those people, and then they have confrontation and started pushing each other, how am I in the picture?
In the meantime, the National Chairman of the Fence for Human Rights and Democracy, Mr. Clifford Solomon, has called on the police to ensure that those responsible for the attack are brought to justice. In an interview, Solomon expressed concern that failure to act could lead to similar incidents in other local government areas.
Is demanding that the Commissioner of Police and the sole administrator of River State, Vice Admiral Ebok Etek Ibas, retired, to unravel and bring to justice all those that perpetrated in the act. Get them arrested, prosecute them, and make them face the full wrath of the law, so that this will serve as a deterrent to those who intend to embark on such a heinous crime. Such crime should not be condoned, because if it is, it will serve as a precedent. Within the next 1 month, you will hear several cases of this kind of incidents occurring in several local government areas.
A lawyer and conflict resolution specialist, Ndamzi Kulo, also spoke on this.
In our Criminal Code Act, Section 356, subsection 5 of the Criminal Code Act states that a person will be said to have committed a serious assault when such a person assaults any person on account of any act done by him in the execution of any duty imposed on him by law, is guilty of felony and liable to imprisonment for 3 years. Our youths should learn how to be law-abiding, because if you want an information from a government, the Freedom of Information Act, particularly Section 1, Section 3, 7, and 20, allows you grounds wherein you can ask for documents, you can ask for information from the government. If the government refuses, then you take up legal action against the government.
Ekulo also advised young people not to see politics as the only means of survival.
That action further shows the level of politics we are playing in Nigeria. People now do not want to do anything but just want to engage in politics. Everybody must not be a politician. Youth of these days should be engaged with meaningful skills and trades and other means of legitimate ways of making money. Everybody must not be in politics.
Still on this, the king of ancient Ahoda kingdom, Igbo Ahoda, Noble Owo, says he condemns the assault on the Ahoda East administrator and the council secretary, Umebewe Alabi, reportedly carried out by some of their own aides, who he says also forced the administrator to resign. King Owo, in a statement signed by his palace secretary, Jerome Fine, said since his ascension to the revered throne, Ahoda metropolis has enjoyed relative peace and stability, but this ugly incident poses a serious threat to that hard-earned tranquility. He said the dehumanizing act is not only an attack on Ihanacho's person, but a violation of the values of peace, dignity, and lawful governance that the kingdom holds dear. He said he is deeply disturbed that such humiliation could occur within a democratic structure. King Owo called on security agencies to investigate and bring all perpetrators, culprits, and all those who aided the dastardly act to justice. He also urges political actors to be mindful of actions capable of breaching public peace and order. Still to come, JAMB suspends hundreds of CBT centers, schedules mop-up UTME. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. As Civil Service Week continues today, there are growing concerns about attitudes to work in the civil service, which is the engine room of government operations. Civil Service Week, which runs from 20th to 28th June, is an annual event to celebrate and recognize the contributions of civil servants. But from delayed responses to critical fires to a general air of impassivity in public institutions, critics say the workforce meant to uphold the effectiveness of government programs is increasingly disengaged. Now, our correspondent who visited the state and federal secretariat in Rivers State last week observed that at 2:30 p.m. several offices were already locked despite official working hours ending at 4 p.m. While some attribute it to poor welfare, inadequate supervision, and systemic inefficiencies, others point to a deeper erosion of purpose, accountability, and motivation within public service. But some civil servants say their work days are stressful, burdened by unrealistic expectations and a lack of institutional support, essential tools, and materials needed to perform their duties efficiently.
To gather our report out. A typical day used to be hectic for us. We were not mobile. So going out, jumping from one vehicle to the other to gather report is always hectic. Anyway, it helps me grow because different people we meet. Some will make you grow, some even make you annoying, but it helps me mentally to grow.
Day at work looks very interesting. Once I get out of the house, I have my program for the day to accomplish. Once those tasks are accomplished, I'm satisfied. That's one thing civil service does. It tends to a kind of discipline one concerning matters that has to do with responsibilities. Every morning you leave your house, you come to the office, you carry out your responsibilities. It becomes a routine. By the time you know it, it becomes part of you.
Away from that, the coordinator of the Senator Orwell Onyesa call to bar grant, Godswill Onyebu, says over 100 bar aspirants from the Rivers East Senatorial District have benefited from the grant. In an interview, he said each aspirant received 150,000 naira for their wig and gown ahead of their call to the bar in July. Now, he said the initiative was introduced by the senator as part of his commitment to education and human capacity development to encourage the aspirants to be relentless in their pursuit for a better life. He also said it will serve as a source of motivation for other youth of the district.
I want to express our profound gratitude to the most distinguished Senator Orwell Onyesa for his historic impact in human capital development. The senator has just paid for call to bar grant to youths from Rivers East Senatorial District who are bar aspirants. Also recall that sometime last year, the senator paid for ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution fee, for the same student while they were in law school. The senator has as well facilitated employment for youths across the different LGS of the senatorial district. Distinguished Senator, sir, we are so proud of your kind of person. We are proud of your representation, and we pray God Almighty to continue to bless and keep you.
Several beneficiaries drawn from the local government areas that make up the Rivers East Senatorial District also spoke.
I want to thank you very much for the grant for wig and gown. We're very, very grateful for your generosity, and may God continue to bless and perfect all that concerns you.
Honorable Senator, your support has made a real impact in my journey, and I'm truly grateful for your dedication to empowering lives. Thank you, Senator, for your ever contribution to the people of Rivers East. We sincerely do appreciate it, sir.
From the Ikore local government area, it's not easy. I want to just say a very big thank you to the distinguished senator. He has relieved the burdens of majority of us. God will continue to bless him.
I am a graduate of the Nigerian Law School Enugu campus. I want to sincerely appreciate distinguished Senator Orwell for his kind gestures and consistent support both in words and in action. The wig and gown grant has made a real impact, and I say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Also, a non-governmental organization, HB-MAP, says scores of individuals from Opobonkoro local government area of Rivers State have completed various vocational and career training programs they organized for them. Now, speaking during the graduation ceremony in Opobonkoro, the president and convener of HB-MAP, Justice Dapper, said the initiative is designed to complement government effort towards grassroots development. Mr. Dapper commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara for creating an enabling environment for business and empowerment initiatives to thrive in the state. He said the selection process was transparent and reaffirmed the organization's commitment to sustaining the empowerment drive.
While we want the government to do more, but at the same time, we the youth have to fix our hand into something. So that's why I said HB-MAP Code 9. While we empower them, equip them to get ready to develop their skills, while government, on the other hand, is also doing development. I have to thank His Excellency Amoko Siminalayi Fubara because he lays the basic foundation. What's the basic foundation? It's a serene environment. He has given us roads, because you can't trade on a good investment without roads. So HB-MAP function on an environment that security is safe. The environment is serene.
On her part, the convener of Rivers Women Unite for Same, Sotoya Fulton, encouraged the graduates to make effective use of the skills they've acquired and to strive towards becoming job creators. She was represented by the former commissioner in the state, Nwankwo.
You've been taught, you've been mentored. What you've learn to run with it. It's a rare opportunity. As a beginner, that money is not for malt. That money is for water. I hope you understand me. That money is not for salad. That money is for the core purpose of your training. Be a determined entrepreneur. Be an employer of labor. Let's strive to improve our economy.
Some of the top performing graduates expressed appreciation to HBMAP.
I'm just thankful for the opportunity. I went into ICT and my field of study deals with the building of medical equipment to help the health sector.
With the support of ₦500,000 given to me by HBMAP, so it will boost the business.
This training actually helped me further my knowledge in web dev, because that's what I wanted to learn so far.
It has never come big like this. Subsequent time they will come, do one or two before you to know it will crash, but by the grace of God, this one became a successful one. So we all have construction management. That's what they trained me.
Correspondent Biruwara reports that all the graduates received cash support, while the best graduating students received 500,000 naira. The second and third best graduates received 300,000 naira each. Elsewhere, the newly elected chairman of Alasiama in Port Harcourt City Local Government Area of River State, Akuro Rex Bilapei, says his people's peaceful disposition is commendable and has attracted fast development to the community. Given his acceptance speech during the inauguration of the executive body of the community, Rex Bilapei called for support and prayers of the people to move the community forward. He also paid tribute to the Amainabo of Okotiri Kingdom at Teketom for what he says is his fatherly disposition and contributions to the development of the Alasiama community. Earlier in his address, a representative of the Amainabo of Okotiri Kingdom, Dr. Wari Boko, appreciated the Alasiama community for the peaceful conduct of the new executive body. Those elected and sworn in as executive members of Alasiama include Mr. Akuro Rex Bilapei as chairman, Dr. Wari Boko Ibiju as vice chairman, Mr. Divine Udoki is to serve as secretary, while Mr. Kalayo Tamuno Iyowuna is to serve as financial secretary. Others are Rose Kaladigi as treasurer and Mr. Sekibo Tonka as auditor. A socio-political group, Bridge Builders Initiative for Green Nigeria, BBIGN, has inaugurated coordinators and representatives across the 8 local government areas of Rivers East Senatorial District. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony in Rumodumaya, the national president of BBIGN, Dr. Emmanuel Chigoziri Ogwo, tasked the coordinators and representatives to galvanize support for the Renewed Hope agenda and re-election of President Bola Tinubu.
This group will at least raise 50 new members into All Progressive Congress per ward. The assignment is to give support to the party. In doing this, we will be supporting the leadership of Ezewo Yeshewike in Rivers State and also supporting the team, the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027.
Delivering a keynote lecture at the event, Mr. Collins Odo shared few similarities between the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and President Tinubu, urging citizens to align with their leadership.
His Excellency Nyesom Wike is a reformative leader. His enduring infrastructure development capacity is the same as that of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The both of them have records of massive advancement and achievement in the states they govern. Minister Wike has the rare quality of planning years ahead of his peers. His contemporaries often find themselves playing catch-up with his pace and vision. In 2023, Wike foresaw the leadership capacity of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and invested in it.
The admin secretary of the Tony Okocha-led Rivers State APC, Chimkwere Ejims, also spoke alongside some stakeholders of the Bridge Builders Initiative for Green Nigeria.
Do we you the quantum of money that is being released to our local governments and our states as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy. For the past 2 years, have you heard of any state that is unable to pay workers' salary? So when we go out, let us be bold enough to defend the policies of the president.
I don't think any other party can withstand us again. In Rivers State, no other party. We are here to make sure that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will come 2027 as the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I'm standing here for the Muslim imams in Rivers State. Please, your support will fetch you what you need.
In other news, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has scheduled Saturday, June 28, 2025 for the conduct of its Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME mop-up exercise. A statement by the board said the mop-up exam is meant to accommodate about 5,000 candidates affected by biometric verification issues during the main exam, as well as about 91,000 others who missed either or both the main and reset exams. This brings the total number of rescheduled candidates to 96,838 who will sit for the exam in 183 centers nationwide. JAMB has directed all eligible candidates to begin printing their examination notification slips starting Monday, June 23, 2025, in preparation for the test. The board disclosed that 113 computer-based test CBT centers have either been suspended or delisted due to technical failures or involvement in malpractice during earlier examination rounds. We go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the news.
This is world.
A day after U.S. strikes, U.S. President Donald Trump has described as monumental their attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. Now, this is despite the U.S. inability to determine the exact degree of impact. On the news this morning, you heard police say they are investigating the violent attack on Ahoda East Sole administrator. Civil Service Week continues today. JAMB has suspended 113 CBT centers and scheduled mop-up UTME for June 28. On the foreign scene, you heard U.S. President Donald Trump has hailed U.S. strikes on Iran. The news was edited by Chioma Izunwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.
Into